What if I told you one poor family managed to fool one of the richest families in the city, but they had no idea someone else had beaten them to it? Stick around, because this movie has one of the craziest plot twists ever put on screen, and I'll explain everything in just a few minutes. Meet the Kim family. But who are the Kim family? That's where the things get wild. I'll explain it in just a second. They're completely broke, and I don't mean struggling to pay rent broke. These guys are literally stealing Wi-Fi from their neighbours just to get internet. They even fold pizza boxes for a living, because that's the only work they can find. But everything changes when the son, Kiwoo, gets offered what seems like the opportunity of a lifetime. A wealthy family is looking for an English tutor. The only problem, he isn't actually qualified. So, instead of telling the truth, he fakes an entire university degree. And somehow, it works. The rich Park family welcomes him into their luxurious mansion without suspecting a thing. Now here's where things get really interesting.
Instead of being satisfied with one job, Kiwoo has a much bigger idea. What if he secretly got every member of his own family hired by these rich people without anyone realizing they're related? Sounds impossible, right? Well, somehow they pull it off. First, his sister pretends to be a professional art therapist. Then his father replaces the family's loyal chauffeur. Finally,
his mother becomes the new housekeeper. One by one, they quietly remove every employee already working in the house. At this point, you're probably thinking, okay, this is just a clever scam. Trust me, this movie is only getting started. Because one rainy night, the rich family suddenly leaves on a camping trip. The Kim family now has the entire mansion to themselves. They eat expensive food, drink expensive wine, and start imagining what life would be like if all of this belonged to them. But then, someone rings the doorbell. Everything. Standing outside is the former housekeeper. She claims she forgot something in the basement. Seems harmless. Until she opens a hidden door. What she reveals underneath the house is so shocking that you'll never look at this movie the same way. Hidden beneath the mansion is a secret underground bunker. And inside, someone has been living there for years, completely hidden from the rich family. Now, the Kim family isn't the only group keeping secrets anymore. Suddenly, both families are desperately trying to expose each other. What started as a clever con turns into psychological warfare, blackmail, lies, violence, and every decision makes things worse. Just when you think things can't spiral any further, the rich family unexpectedly returns home. Now everyone hiding inside the mansion has only seconds to avoid being discovered. The tension here is absolutely unbearable. But believe it or not, the biggest twist hasn't even happened yet. The next morning, the Parks throw a birthday party for their young son. Everything looks perfect. Beautiful decorations, happy guests, smiling faces. But underneath that peaceful backyard, years of resentment,
humiliation, and class division are about to explode. Without warning, the celebration descends into complete chaos. Lives are lost, dreams are shattered, and one shocking act changes every character forever. By the end of the film, you realize this was never just about one poor family fooling one rich family.
It's about how money creates invisible walls between people. The rich barely notice the poor, while the poor spend every day fighting just to survive. And that's what makes Parasite unforgettable. It tricks you into thinking it's a comedy. Then it becomes a thriller. Then a horror story. And finally, a heartbreaking tragedy. No wonder it's considered one of the greatest movies ever made. If this twist completely caught you off guard, make sure you subscribe, because there are plenty more mind-blowing movies just like this one.